Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Paul Jacob Barney. I am the current secretary of UNLV NSBE, and today I am joined by Mr. Ivory Blue. So,
Hello, Paul Jacob. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well, sir. Thank you so much for your time today. So, I'll go ahead and start with my questions. I'm going to be interviewing Mr. Ivory Blue. My first question is, during which years were you a student at UNLV?
Between the years of 1992 and to 1998.
I see. Wow. And what did you study while attending UNLV?
Electrical engineering.
Cool. The third question is, during which years were you a member of UNLV NSBE, and what were the offices that you held in UNLV NSBE?
I think I was a member all of the years I was there, but I didn't have the opportunity to serve in any of the offices.
I see. And since graduating from UNLV, which companies have you worked for so far?
I've only worked for one company, believe it or not, and that company is Nevada Power, doing business as NV Energy.
I see. So how many years have you been there, sir?
24 years.
Wow. That's awesome. So now I will begin the more UNLV NSBE related interview questions, or the focused interview questions, I should say. The first of which is, please tell the audience a little bit about yourself, such as where you were born, where you grew up, and what your current hobbies are.
Well, my name is Ivory Blue, and I am a Christian currently doing kingdom business at NV Energy. I've been serving at that company, as I said earlier, for 24 years in various leadership positions and individual contributor positions. Believe it or not, I am a native of Las Vegas. I grew up in the historic West Side area. I enjoy being a servant leader and serving Jesus Christ, my family, and the community. I love spending time hanging out with my wife and kids. I also enjoy the rare times when I get to take my wife on a date or just spend some quality time doing whatever, just with her.
It's very nice, sir. Thank you so much for sharing. My second question for you is, can you recollect when your interest in STEM was first kindled?
This is a funny story, but my interest was first sparked at a very young age when I first saw the result of putting water into an electrical outlet. I don't recommend anyone try that because that's very dangerous. And then later on in life, during my high school years, I discovered that my dad was an engineer. And it looked like it was a career that served him well, so I thought about becoming an engineer also. It wasn't until my senior year where Dr. McGaw recruited me during a visit to my physics class that a plan was put in action for me to study electrical engineering at UNLV.
Wow. That's quite a way to get your interest sparked, if you will, in STEM. So my third question is, as a student at UNLV, what did the presence of the NSBE chapter on the campus mean to you?
It opened up a network of engineering students to me. I was able to travel to conferences and experience other campus cultures. The lasting relationships that I established as a member of NSBE proved to be instrumental in helping me obtain my degree.
I see. And my fourth question is, do you remember the first time you attended a UNLV NSBE meeting or event? What was that experience like? Who invited you? Who did you meet? And why did you stay?
As a new freshman in college, I was introduced to some new friends such as Montez, John, Jerome, Warren, and Nate, and these gentlemen encouraged me to join NSBE. During the first meeting, I was amazed at all the intelligent, diverse Black folks that were members of NSBE. I didn't say much outside of introducing myself. I mainly listened and soaked up all the knowledge and information from the other members.
see. And my fifth question is, what do you see as your biggest accomplishment in UNLV NSBE?
As mentioned earlier, utilizing the resources and the contacts helped me to graduate. And of course, that's the ultimate accomplishment for anyone attending college.
Right.
And that's the main goal, to graduate. So NSBE was helped me in that endeavor.
My sixth question is, can you tell us about your experiences with NSBE corporate events such as conferences and conventions?
Well, I got a very, very interesting one for you here. The most memorable NSBE corporate event was the 20th anniversary celebration where Dr. McGaw was being honored. He was and still is a mentor to me and so many other students. With him in my life, without him in my life, man, I wouldn't be here where I am today. I was so happy to see him being honored. I sponsored an entire table at the event to support. After speaking with the NSBE president, she agreed to let me do something special at the end of the event. I was blessed to be able to propose to my then girlfriend in front of my mentor and everyone attending. And this year, Andrea and I will be celebrating 10 years of marital bliss and recall the great life-changing work that Dr. McGaw has done for so many students. And believe it or not, to this day, Dr. McGaw and I still have lunch once a month.
That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with us. That might also be your answer to my seventh question. Maybe not. So number 7 is, do you have a most cherished memory with the UNLV NSBE companions of your time?
Well, yeah, that was, but I'll give you another one. Mm-hmm. Another one I can share with you was, it was during the first national conference that we attended. We had never seen so many educated Black students and professionals in one gathering. It was a life-changing event that solidified the fact that Black people can and are destined to have great lives and professions.
Yes, sir. So my 8th question is, how has NSBE and UNLV NSBE impacted you as a professional?
It enabled me to have a network of lifelong friends that have supported, encouraged, and mentored me over the years. And that's one of the foundations that NSBE provides: resources, connections, and it'll help students. The organization helps the students navigate the collegiate landscape, so you can ultimately reach the ultimate goal, graduation.
Yes, sir. And my 9th question for you, which is also the final question, is, what do you hope for the future of UNLV NSBE?
I don't hope, but I pray that UNLV NSBE continues to prosper and provide even better opportunities, memories, and lasting relationships for future members as it did for me.
Well, sir, I thank you so much for your time today. And I thank you so much for sharing your experiences and your journey with me and with our audience.
My pleasure, Paul Jacob. May you be blessed in the Lord and have a wonderful day, sir.
Thank you, sir.